Welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next step in our adventure. Our characters have found the strange creature who speaks of light. Will they be able to keep from falling into darkness? Find out as we venture into the converging worlds of Dungeons & Dragons in Rejects and Dragons, Seeker of Light. You follow the twisting passages until you see a light ahead. Sitting before the fire, a beautiful woman stares into the flames. How nice of you to come. The light is so paltry. You must give me yours. Her eyes turn to meet yours, and you see them blazing with some inner fire. She lets out a cackle as you roll initiative.
Oh, crap.
All right, had to see that coming. Oh, that's a fat 7 plus 4, 11. Oh, man.
Now that we've gotten all the good rolls out of the way.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Down to the meat and potatoes.
Let's see some rolls, baby.
All right, got a 14.
18.
Oh, and you are all nicely piled on top of each other. That's so helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She moves last, right? She goes last. Definitely goes last. After all of us get to go.
She goes after Levi.
That is a quick dead lady. Well, kind of playing off of, what the guy who turned into maggots said, I'm going to assume she is not nice. And yeah, I'm going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I'm going to cast Bane on her.
Okay. What's the range on Bane?
The range, 30, and
She's 45.
so that's as far as I can move. So I actually can't cast Bane on her, unfortunately.
Correct.
So instead, we are going to just we're going to cast Crossbow. Classic
Fine spell. Crossbow.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot her with the crossbow. I don't shoot her with the crossbow. All right. And that is my turn, because my bonus action can't do anything.
She goes.
Maybe she won't attack us because we didn't attack her.
I mean, I definitely shot at her.
That guy definitely shot her.
We might not be with him, though. She doesn't know that.
We were literally overlapping each other just a moment ago.
The crossbow bolt whips past her, and as it does, she begins to seek out the person who shot it, her eyes locking with Levi.
I'm going to try real hard not to look in her eyes.
She begins making her way toward you. And then she speaks a single word to you. The word has no meaning to you.
Cool.
However, as she speaks it, it begins to fill you with some kind of radiant fire. Going to need a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Oh, nice. I'm good at Constitution. That's great.
Hey.
Ooh, 22.
Wow.
Big.
Is that the fourth
Yes.
natural 20?
No, he got a nat 17.
No, he rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a beefy boy.
You feel the word burning within you, but you manage to resist the fire, and it fades from within.
Oh, don't like fire.
Damon.
Careful, guys. She's going to try and cook you from the inside.
Gonna do what?
Not if I cook her with my spear.
Okay, don't like that one bit. I'm not sure what the best route would be against this vile woman. But I suppose, when in doubt, restraining is always a good idea. So I point my clawed gauntlet at her, and I say, "We have no qualm with you, but you will not stop us in our path. Cease your actions now." Getting the corner of her, because I believe she's in my line of sight, and I cast Hold Person.
Oh my god. That is, if that hits, that is insane. Oh my god.
No, that's a saving throw, not an attack spell.
All right.
Oh no. I saw success and I was like, holy crap, this is huge. That means
We had the
she
exact same
succeeded.
reaction. Yeah.
Oh man. Wow.
She repels my attempt, and I
That
immediately turn to Aberion and I go, "Okay, go get her." And I step to the side.
That I can do for you, my friend. And on my turn, I do exactly what he says, and I rush forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, coming astride to the young woman who I greet in a less than courteous fashion by attempting to shove my spear into her body as I make a attack roll against her with the spear, and that is, oh no, wow, a 16 is a miss.
Nope.
Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to try and whack her with the butt end. Hopefully she was caught off guard by the ferocity with which I attacked. And this may be a little bit more fortunate, and that is a fortunate 20.
I feel like
Hit.
you should just start with that end.
Yeah, I really should start. I actually think. Wait, let me read how this skill works. What is
We're
it?
just gonna get rid of his spear. We're just gonna give him a staff. That way he's got 2 butt ends and it's fine.
Polar Master. What does it say? It says when you take the attack action, you can then use a bonus action. So I think the attack action has to happen first. I can't bonus action attack first.
Yep, that makes sense.
You got it.
You nailed her with the butt end.
1d4 plus 6. All right.
Very well. The butt end of your spear cracks into her side, and she lets out a small cry of pain. As she does, her eyes rise to meet yours.
Oh God.
You come from a land of fire. Such light. You must teach me of your light, as I was taught by them.
The only light you shall know from me is death.
And as she says that, for her legendary action,
Wait, hold on, George. I was just kidding.
I'm assuming your turn was done because you took your action, your bonus action, your move. You've done everything.
it's done. I mean, I can use my free action to say some intimidating things, or some, in this instance, kind words of kindness.
Backpedal. You just hit her with the butt of your spear. You're doing great.
I was trying to get a fly. There was a fly by her face, man. God.
Oh, you got it.
As she says that, light begins to coalesce behind you, between the three of you in the center of your triangle. As it does, it begins to form into the shape almost humanoid. If it was humanoid, you would say where its mouth should be is something frozen in some horrid scream.
Oh, God.
Less than stellar.
Does it resemble any of us? This humanoid?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good.
If you're going to take something away from it, sure. So does it look elemental, undead?
It looks like a being of pure light.
All right. Horrible.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
The shadow. The light shadow does not act. I need one of you to drop me a d6.
Hup. 2.
Book flashbacks. Okay, low is good, right? Low is better for the books. Please, low be good.
As this creature begins to materialize, you see something cross her face. A look of almost concern, then anger. No, I was not done! He's not your turn! As there is a flash of light, and where once stood a fairly attractive woman is now a twisted hag. It is my turn to play now.
What was that? I say from behind the rock, not seeing what's going on.
She seems to have aged considerably.
Oh, gross.
Is it my turn?
No, it is not your turn. Now
Wonderful.
the light shadow goes.
Perfect.
The light shadow makes its way over to Aberion.
I'm going to use my reaction to stab it as it enters engagement with me, as it reaches within 5 feet. Hey, a 19. That's pretty good.
That hits.
All right,
Roll your
damage. Whoa, max damage. Hey, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Okay. Your spear drives inside of it. It seems to react, though you feel no resistance whatsoever as you do so. It will then attempt to reach out and touch you. That is a hit. As its hand of glowing energy touches you, you feel it begin to sap your strength. You take 7 necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 3.
Good thing I don't use that.
Ooh.
Just
Yeah.
remember, if you hit 0, you die.
Oh, okay. I did not know that was a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's much rarer in 5th edition than in other editions.
Oh, wait. Is that like when the creature reduces my strength to 0, I die? Or just if my strength is 0, I die?
If this creature reduces your strength to 0, you die.
Okay. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Wow. 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 That's horrifying. That's absolutely horrifying. Oh,
Yes.
Just instant death?
Now-
Like there's no death, just instant death.
Yes, instant
Oh,
death. And not
God.
only that, you become one of them.
Oh, God.
Levi, you're up.
All right. Well, I don't know that's happening. So, can I get within a 10 feet area here and strike her?
That is within 10 feet of her, yes.
All right. Then we're gonna give her the old razzle dazzle. Is Bane on a body or a mental level? My concern is if I cast Bane on this thing, then if a new thing comes out, it'll not have Bane.
It is a logical fear for you to have.
Gotcha. All right, that's all I care about. Thank you for for telling me fear is logical. So I'm just gonna shoot, and I reach out. As I reach out with my crossbow hand, I just, say the normal Ivy consume, and away we go. First, the always ever failing crossbow shot.
14 does not hit.
Didn't think so. All right, and then Ivy also misses. All right, so 15 is not the AC either, guys. So I shoot, and then Ivy lashes out, and this lady's just faster than I thought.
Then next up is Damon.
Right. Regathering myself from behind the rock, I will spring into action, starting to move myself around it, catching a glimpse of what's going on. I see the light entity and the horrifying-looking creature, the hag next to Baryon, correct?
Yes.
So then I will say, allow me to show you some of the benefits of magic, Baryon. And I clasp a fist and fire a bolt of radiant light that zooms past the light entity and wraps itself around Baryon, creating a light barrier between him and those who try to hurt him. Shield of Faith activating.
So, Baryon, you have a +2 to AC.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother.
And I am concentrating on this.
And then I shall claw with my gauntleted hand at the light entity as bells begin to toll around it. Wisdom DC 14.
He does not succeed.
Very well. The entity suffers 7 necrotic damage.
Ooh,
Getting big damage numbers on this boy.
7 necrotic.
Oh.
All right. The bell tolls, and you can see almost the sound begin to penetrate the form, which begins to disrupt and break apart and vanish.
Watching the light dissipate, I then go, "You're welcome!" And then I step back into the safety of this stone. And end my turn.
I will repay this debt by taking your life. I say.
What?
As
You hear from behind the stone.
no, not. And then I stab at the hag.
Very well.
It made more sense in Baryon's head, and that is a bad roll. Oof.
Well, of course, you miss with the spear, but then you swing with the butt.
Yeah, it's always you catch him off guard. Going for the bonus action attack. Oh no! Both. of those.
It missed as well. Oh God.
Let's leave.
Yeah, we gotta go. Sorry. Good luck, Baryon.
Yeah, I feel like I should. I have since we long rested. I have an action surge, and I feel like I should do
This
something.
thing did use a legendary action.
Yeah, I feel like
You play
I
your
gotta
character,
action
man.
surge This.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push beyond. I'm gonna go even further beyond. And I'm gonna action surge to take an additional attack roll against this monster. Come on. Jeez.
That was a 2.
That was a 2. All
The
right.
the spearhead always misses. The butt is always the clincher, though.
Having
Yeah,
exhausted
that's
a lot of
clincher.
attacks, Baryon is just terrified now of this creature. It's too nimble. It's just dodging him. And that's the end of my turn.
The hag turns to you. You're not very good at this, are you? Is this your first time? As she unleashes a vicious mockery at you.
Oh, that does sting my pride. That does get to me. Even if it doesn't deal damage or whatever, I'm hurting. I'm hurting on the inside.
Yeah, it's never nice to have an old lady ask you if it's your first time.
Hey, but you succeed. You succeed on the saving throw, however. Unless you'd like to roll it, because this rolled it automatically for you.
I'll take that. I feel like I lose either way. I still lost. My pride. Ugh.
She then lets out a cackle as roll a d6, somebody.
Three.
As another flash of light, and where the hag once stood is again the young woman. Good. I am back. I shall have your light yet. Levi.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep on this gravy train and try and shoot her again and lash out with Ivy. So I shoot her, or not, very much not.
Was it 3?
Yeah. And then Ivy's gonna lash out. Ooh, with a natural 20.
Now that's the fourth 20.
All right. Roll to confirm.
Thank you, Levi.
Yes, it
Wow.
confirms. Excellent.
Wow.
Do your crit.
Nice. So Ivy lashes out for 12 damage.
Ivy sinks her teeth into the woman's flesh. I know your light. I have no interest in it. Is your turn over?
Oh yeah, that's I'm trying to think if I can like move anywhere better, but I don't want to leave a Baryon, alone. So I just kind of like give her like a resolute look and yeah, just stand there ready.
At which point, she turns back to Aberion. You have such delicious light. I must have it. And as she says that, you watch on her hands as little claws made of pure sunlight burst from her hands as she rushes to drive them into your chest. Oh, and even with your +2, unfortunately, the claws of light do sink into you. You feel not only the rending of your flesh, but also burning from the sun, and then strangely, cold begins to emanate from it, almost as if it is stealing your warmth. I need a Constitution save.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm gonna make that with proficiency. No, please stop. My rat.
Oh, no.
Uh,
Roll the 2.
Okay, so you take 8 radiant damage and 7 cold damage as you are burned, and then the warmth begins to be drawn from you.
she doesn't look any healthier, does she, after doing this to me?
Give me a perception.
Hope she's not healing off of me, because that would freaking suck. And that's... Okay, I can roll good on my perception. That's a 19.
No, she does not appear any healthier from it.
Okay, that's good to know.
Damon.
All right. I've gotten another second to prepare myself. I've heard commotion. Take another step around and... Oh, Baryon, are you okay?
She got me.
She sure did. All right. Thinking quickly, looking at the situation at hand. Damn it. Do I go for the shot or do I help him? To hell with it. And I'll say, hey, Vi, you better have my back. And I...
Always.
dash forward. And my clawed hand starts to glow a radiant light as I clasp his shoulder and cure his wounds. Ooh, for 5. Rolling a 1. And then, right at the precipice of this woman, I look to her and say, you can keep attacking him if you want. And I end my turn.
As you end your turn, she turns to look at you. Oh, such interesting lights from you as well. Bright yet tainted. Oh, I look forward to tasting that as well. And as she does, you see her raise her own hand, and almost a mirror of what you just did. You can see light begin to swirl around her hand in the identical pattern to how yours did. Oh, yes. This feels good. She then places the hand on herself, using your spell against her.
Man, well, hopefully she heals for 1 as well. That'll be appropriate, right?
No, she does get to roll her own. Fortunately.
No, come on, get a 1, get a 1, get a 1, get a 1, get a 1.
She did not get a 1.
Damn it.
She in fact rolled a 7.
Baryon, I think we have a problem.
I I have one problem, and I'm going to put an end to it. And with that, I stab. I stab at this bitch. It's all I can do, but it's gonna work eventually. Gambler's fallacy, motherfucker. Oh, yeah! Yeah!
And for the first
That's a
time,
hit.
your spear finds purchase in another creature.
I get her good. I get her right in there for 12 damage.
Gosh, max damage. Rolling a 6. Attaboy. Bring on the pain.
And I'm gonna use the bonus action to whack her with the butt end as well. Combo attack. That doesn't work because I have to yank the spear out. It's kind of stuck in her side as I pull it out. I don't get to quite find the purchase that I need to whap her with the rougher end.
Over
That's
his
it, that's my
shoulder, I
turn.
say, "How'd you like that light?"
She
Nice.
hisses at you.
Oh, not good. She didn't like it. She didn't like it.
Who would like to drop me a d6?
Oh, it's a 5. Of course I roll high on the friggin' legendary actions. What?
As the flash of light again echoes. This time she does not let out any kind of protest. And in her place, another person. An older woman, bent and twisted. She has inklings of the hag, though not as deformed. She looks around. Well, this is interesting. Let us discuss. Levi.
George, I'm sorry, just as a question, that doesn't look like witch from my world, does it?
Did you ever see the witch from your world?
Oh shoot, I didn't. My halfling buddy did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, noted.
You could give me a, what is it, not, is it history, I guess, to see if you would have known what she looks like.
Sure, I'll give it a whirl. 12.
With a 12, it fairly matches what some descriptions you've heard, but you really can't be sure.
I'm gonna take a seed pod from my shoulder and just kind of crush it in my hand and then blow it out toward the witch, and I cast Fairy Fire. Nice.
All right, a fail.
That is a concentration though, so I do have to concentrate to keep them there. And
Very
now I kind of smile and I go, Ivy, consume. And Ivy will, try and do that.
Rolling a 15 for that advantage, getting 21 to hit.
Right? And a solid 8 damage.
At which she turns to you. Impudent child, is that a discussion to you? She then flicks her hand, and a ghostly skeletal hand appears next to you and attempts to slap you across the face.
Fair.
An 18 does hit you or does not hit you?
Does hit me.
Hits you for 5 necrotic damage. And you cannot regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
Oh, that is bad. That's bad.
Until then, the hand clings to you.
Oh, so it slaps me across the face and then grips a bit of hair.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Cool. Yeah, I kind of grimace and say, sorry, you share the body with some insane people.
Damon.
Might as well keep to the classics. Ring the bells.
Sticking with the classics. I dig it.
She's hardy. That's not great. Barbarian, do your thing. And I'm going to, you know what? She looks like an old crone. I could probably get away from her. Oh, time to get away. And I move away from her.
Ah. Great. As you do,
Oh dear.
she uses her reaction to lash out at you with her cane.
Watch it with the cane.
Oh
Holy
my god!
cow!
What the hell?
Wow. Rolling a 22 to hit. Yeah, I think that's
She's just an old woman. Damn, she's nimble.
And she hits you for... Oh, a lot of damage. She hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage plus 4 necrotic damage.
Oh my god. And it breaks concentration too, so I don't have my Shield of Faith anymore?
And the magic around you fades as my concentration wanes under the hit.
Oh.
At which point... Do you end your turn? Oh, you can finish your move and then end your turn.
No, I keep going. That's a big hit. Problem. That's a big problem. And I'm going to say nobody stops me from concentrating but me. And I clench a fist again at Aberion and cast Shield of Faith on him once more.
Thank you.
So the magic once again envelops him. and I continue.
Thank you, my friend.
Good luck, and I make my way back to my hiding place. Once out of sight of my comrades and the witch, I start breathing heavily and investigate the wound and impact. Ugh. And that's my turn.
You are a creature of my world. I see that manners have not gotten better. At which point, it is her turn. She surveys the area, looking at the two people who attacked her and the one standing next to her. And you? Do you know how to speak instead of fight, Aberion?
How do you know my name?
I know many things, and you will learn more of them if you allow me to leave.
Said we let you live. You tried to kill us.
I will not. However, these fiends, I am forced to share a body with May, and I will come to you for assistance with that matter later.
If I let you go, how will I get out of here?
Well, I did not bring you here.
Who did? You live in this place. You know what magics it is capable of. Who or what is the source of it?
I am not from this place, and I do not know. But I will find out. And with that, she will cast Misty Step.
Oh, that's a great spell. Great choice.
Yes. Yes.
I actually don't have vision on her, so if she teleports somewhere, it's gonna look pretty freaking crazy to me.
Yes, as she casts Misty Step, and mists begin to rise around her, and then she vanishes within them. You hear her voice echoing in the darkness. I will find you soon, and we will continue the discussion.
So sorry about that. Bye.
Great.
I do not feel good about this. Especially after what she did to me.
Me neither.
Aberion, it's your turn.
What do you think we should do?
Well, I point behind me. I say she definitely went that way. But honestly, if she's sharing a body with something else and doesn't have control over it, the other things did attack us, but that one didn't. So I'd say that if they have every intention of leaving,
Been brought here from different realms and fused into one body, just as we were brought here individually. Perhaps we can let her go, but it does not bode well. The power she's capable of. She could hurt us in the future.
many things can hurt you in the future. I mean, it's really just a question of is there value for them not to hurt us? And honestly, it seems like they were strong enough to probably keep on wailing on us, same as the other ones. So there's no reason for us to innately distrust, right?
We could show a little bit of caution. I will try and follow her. And with that, I will use the hide action, and then I'm going to sneak down in the direction that Levi indicated.
I do say as you're passing me, I say, if one of the other members gets control, though, you may be attacked again.
Only if she sees me.
You've really gone that route. All right. Who wants to drop me a d6?
A 4.
You see a flash of light begin to echo from the corridor. However, it retracts, being pulled back inside of itself. Not yet. I'm not done today. You hear the voice echo from the corridor. Levi.
I take a skeleton hand off my hair, and I'm just going to move toward the tent.
Okay.
That's 1, 2, 3, 5. What's inside of this pot?
What's inside of this pot? What is inside of this pot is, stew of some kind.
All right, well, that'll be my turn. I'm not...
Okay. Damon.
Again, following suit, catching my breath, and trying to put on a strong face so people don't see how injured I am. I step out from the rocks, put myself back over where my group is. I don't see where Barion is, but I do see Levi. So I'll start making my way over there. And then I see a Barion around the corner, as well as the witch. And she looks like she's confidently trying to escape, right?
Not even running. She is just plodding along at her normal pace.
She'd probably be able to hear me from this distance, right?
Probably.
I will say out loud to her, if you are from where I come from, then there aren't many of us here, and perhaps an alliance is in order. A ceasefire for the time being.
Are you late to this conversation? I believe I said that already. I am leaving
acknowledging
now.
it.
Very well. I acknowledge your acknowledgement. I will be in touch soon.
Say under my breath, old bag. And I start making my way towards the campfire.
Who has line of sight on her?
I believe a barrier.
Not me.
Oh, not
Nobody.
Nope, I'm specifically
Okay.
out of line of sight. Yeah.
Then you do not see what happens. Aberion, you're up.
Continue to try and follow her stealthily down this hallway.
Are you guys continuing in initiative at this point?
I mean, if there's not a threat, I mean,
Probably
I think
don't have
Levi
to,
and
yeah.
I are assessing the campsite. But
Okay.
Baryon,
But Aberion, that call is for
being-
you. If you're continuing in the hostile manner, we can continue with initiative. Otherwise,
I'm not necessarily continuing in a hostile manner. I just want to kind of trail after her, unless she
Yeah.
teleports through a wall or something, or I lose the trail. I mean, if
Okay.
I need to, if you want
Uh,
to continue out of combat, I can make survival checks, I guess, to try and track her or whatever.
Yeah, we'll do that.
being protective, though, right?
Great. So then we'll drop out of initiative for here. Aberion, you've lost sight of her through the twisting corridor.
Until I reach the bend. Where is there like a bend where she could have gone?
Probably.
Do I smell her or anything? She's pretty old. She probably would smell bad, right? I saw that gnarled skin and that yellow eyes and green teeth and everything.
You smell her right up until about where you are. However, as you move beyond there, the smell vanishes.
I make my way back to the group. I followed her until I lost her scent. I think she used magic to teleport away again.
Sounds about right. She did not want to stick around, especially while she had control over the situation.
Yes, whatever that was, she was shifting between that young woman and another thing entirely.
The young woman, correct me if I'm wrong. Did she mention that your light looked familiar, Aberion? Or was she referring to you, Levi?
She was referring to Levi, I believe. She wanted my light because I am not of this world, but the way she was talking, I think she is of this domain, of Levi's domain.
Aberion, do you have hags? Did that creature look similar or familiar in any way?
George, do I have hags? I don't think I do, in Dark Sun.
You have hags.
Do you have
Uh,
hags? If this happened to you.
You have never experienced that kind of creature.
No. Yeah.
So they may exist in your world, but not in your experience.
None that I've ever encountered before. Typically, the only people who are capable of performing magics are the Sorcerer Kings. Anyone else is enslaved or killed.
I have a theory, but I'm not sure if it's right.
By all means, share it with us. My theory is that she is 3 different creatures from 3 different planes that were fused together somehow. I don't really understand how this magic works.
That is absolutely potentially possible, but my other thinking is, so Damon, you're here, Baryon, you're here, and I'm here, but what about places, or what if in some places I also exist? So what if 2 Levi's had come here?
Multiple states of being.
Exactly.
You're suggesting those are different forms of the same person?
Yeah, so for example, the Lightbringer in this world died of whatever, but then if there were ancient hags or witches in other worlds where she wasn't dead and they came here, it may have brought her back to life, right? And they could all be inhabiting essentially the same body, as it all seems they had a proclivity toward magic, and other dealings, while the one was clearly stronger and not insane from either fusing or shifting, or maybe just always insane, while the other 2 were. Again, I have nothing to base that on. It's just a theory that I have right now, because all of us aren't one person.
I agree. It is the best theory we have to work off of.
Interesting.
Well, we can go back upstairs and see if there is a way to the top of the tower, or we can continue through these tunnels.
First things first. There's a dwelling here.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason I'm over here, so let's scrap through.
Right, those entities were strong. Potentially, whatever they left here might be worthwhile.
Very well. So you're examining the hut?
Yes.
Investigating. Okay, make me an investigation roll.
You want to do it and I assist, or vice versa?
Please, take the lead.
Woof! I literally got a 16 to 16, and then when it finally went, I got a 6.
It's a bad roll.
Okay.
What else?
You make your way into the tent. You do not notice you don't notice stuff. You do, however, find in the back a sizable chest.
Care to do the honors?
I try and open it.
It opens.
Nice.
Inside, what do you find inside?
A brass bottle, a set of playing cards, a pair of boots, carnelian, one moonstone, quartz, and sardonyx, as well as a cache of coin. There's quite a load of treasure that we have no idea how to use, I say sarcastically. Barion, you want to see if maybe a new pair of boots might do you some good? I think they might be from your people. Actually, wait. Before I do anything, Levi, would you be so kind as to
Of course.
perform your ritual?
Yeah, I begin looking and seeing if any of this is magical. Looks like about...
Okay.
Take a seat by the campfire, and I start resting.
And there's this much currency in here?
90 gold pieces, 700 silver pieces, and 2,100 copper pieces. The boots, the deck of cards, and the bottle are all magical.
Put those 3 items kind of in front of everyone and say, these are the magical items.
As we sit and talk over this, I will also say to Barion, concerning magic items, I assume you haven't had much interaction with them, correct?
If there is anything of magical nature, it is hoarded by the Sorcerer Kings, or it is usually found and destroyed.
There are different means of investigating them, of whether or not they're what they do, because an item might look completely different to what its magical purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 ways. One is, as Levi is suggesting, a magical means of deducing the definition behind the magic. Or there is the old-fashioned way of attempting to manifest the magic behind it. That is, and I give a side eye to Levi, not the most safe of means, but it does have its results.
Yeah, let's see if I can at least get an idea of what kind of magic is radiating from them, and then we can test them.
Alternatively, perhaps you could use some of these gemstones
As a
to
supplement?
fuel your magic. However, if these look like, in any way, shape, or form, something similar to any of the crystals that hold power, yeah, obviously that changes the scene a bit.
They don't, right?
They do not.
I don't think so.
Now,
Is there-
as far as identifying magic items, the way that it works in 5th Ed is you can concentrate on one magic item during a short rest, and at the end of it, you will be able to discern what it does.
Oh, okay.
We're taking a
So
short
that
rest
changes
right now,
the
might
game
as
a
well.
bit.
Yeah.
So while we catch our breath, why don't we each just take some time? I can walk you through this, Barion, if you are interested in learning.
Thank you, Element Breaker.
Of course, it is my duty. And I hand him the boots. While tending to your wounds, finding yourself at peace, there is energy within magic items themselves. It's a matter of attuning yourself to them, sussing out their power. They'll feel different based on the means and purpose of the magic itself. And this will feel alien to you, but try to find the pattern and the equilibrium, and it will settle within you. And from that, you will start to feel the purpose and presence of whatever that magic item may or may not hold. And I will pick up the brass bottle.
Pick up the boots, and I try and mimic the same kind of thing that Damon is doing.
Very well. So you take your short rest, during which you're able to spend your hit dice, as well as identify the Boots of Elvenkind, the Deck of Illusions, and the Ever-Smoking Bottle.
I explain the purpose of the ever-smoking bottle, which it seems that when you actually remove the stopper from this, a cloud of thick smoke will pour out of it and cover a large area. It's very interesting. This could be used to create a true fog of war for us should we find ourselves in dire straits, maybe allowing us a quick escape, as well as closing the bottle allows. Well, you have to speak the command word to do it. However, once it's closed, the cloud will disperse after, say, about 10 minutes or so. Sounds very useful.
It does, and that can have great use for someone of your kind who would hide in the shadows in the back and support us.
What of your boots? What did you find out?
Feel as if they can make my footsteps light as a feather, It'll be very difficult for someone to track me if I move on surfaces.
Sounds like a perfect fit for you. Mr. Hide in the shadows and watch the witch. Slap on those boots.
And I put them on.
What of the cards?
Looks like it's light manipulation of some kind. It creates an illusion. Each card, if you throw it down, creates an illusion of seemingly, well, not random, but whichever creature and card you happen to throw out. It expends the card and creates an illusion of a foe.
Is there a limit to the deck? I mean, do the cards disappear? I mean,
Yes, there's only...
There are 13 cards missing.
Perfect. So, yeah, there are only 21 cards left.
okay.
Are the other cards there? They're just not magic?
No, they're gone.
Crap, I was hoping I'd have a deck of cards after it was all said and done. Oh.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Interesting, but a potent distraction.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what you'll get, I assume. So you could throw one and it could be, a knight, and another one could be a bear, and, who knows?
Of course.
Oh,
Well,
wow. Yeah, wait, no, they could be like dragons and giants. Yeah, so quite a potent distraction, but, who knows?
And there's no telling what card it could be. You can't just look at the cards in advance, right? That'd be too easy, I assume. Great. Okay, well, a distraction is still a distraction, whether it's a bear or a dragon.
I don't disagree.
Just depends on how seriously they take it. Okay.
Yeah, and it is fairly hard to see through.
Well, all right then.
You're the best to make use of this. You have the quick gift of a mind that can make interesting decisions in short notice.
I'd say certainly, at least for the time being, keep a hand on the deck. But it's good for us to keep in mind. I'm carrying the bottle at this time, and Levi the deck in case something were to go wrong.
Exactly. You never know if someone might think of a good time to use it.
Exactly. All right. I'm certainly feeling better now. As far as the coin, perhaps we just split it as evenly as we can. It's quite a large amount.
No use of it, as I said before. You can keep it amongst yourselves.
So we're just gonna keep you. You may find use of it, so you should take some.
At a minimum, we can hold some coin for you.
That is acceptable.
All right. Levi, splitsies?
Yeah.
All right. 45 gold each. Gonna start getting heavy.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like,
350 silver pieces. Barian, are you sure you don't want to carry some of this coin? I mean, it's...
Oh, no, you look like you are handling it quite well.
Right, I say, with my Scrooge McDuck money bag. Okay.
Very well. If you need my help, I can fit some in my pouch. And I open up the pouch that has the meats in it.
No, you know what? I think I have it right now. You take care of your meats, and I'll hold on to this coin. How do you feel about gems? Do you like gems? They're pretty.
If you want me to carry something, I can carry it. It's
Just
not
trying
a
to
big
give
deal.
you something besides a pair of smelly boots.
Very well. I will carry the gems for you. Thank you for your kindness, Damon.
All right. Hold on to those for now. And I pass him the 2 carnelians, the moonstone, the quartz, and the sardonyx.
Giving him the most money anybody has right now.
Yeah.
No, unbeknownst to us, I assume.
Right. Well, I'm guessing. Well, unless George says otherwise, I assume Levi and Damon see those and are like,
Yep.
Looking at the gems, are we able to approximate the value of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look to Levi and I go, he doesn't know anything about this anyway. He might as well just carry something. Actually, it makes more sense to give him the most value because he's actually the most aggressive in close and far combat. All right. How are we feeling? Ready to keep on going? Maybe on the correct path? This turned out pretty well, all things considered. I mean, we're not dead, and we even got some magic items. All right, Aberion, I say getting to my feet and brushing myself off. I would say, well, we should put those handy boots to action. Why don't you blaze a trail, and we'll follow behind you.
And with that, I slink away silently.
Not too silently, not too silently.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our show. New episodes release every first and third Monday of the month, but stick around for the next part of this week's adventure. If you liked our show, please like, comment, subscribe, but most important, keep listening. If you want more non-D&D content, why not go watch our videos on running the game of Paranoia? If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. If you'd like to support us as we try to improve on our offerings, we have a tip jar and Patreon, links in the description. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey, copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.
I'm sure George is going to add a new combatant to this encounter, though. Or he's going to just, like, deal damage to all of us. And
You also don't
something.
have to, George. You don't have to. We
Yeah,
could just,
feel
we can just
free.
keep this real chill, you know?
You know, I wouldn't want this to be too easy for you guys, you know?
Yeah.
I had another D&D session today, and we had one of the hardest fights we've ever had. So you can honestly go easy on me. I'll be
almost got
fine.
killed by a bunch of books also. So
You haven't been in many of my combats to learn what my combats are like.
it's a platypus, guys. It's a platypus.
Oh, that's not so bad. I know platypuses.
Yeah, it's a platypus.